Tech titans, they went in on the action. First, it was Meta's Mark Zuckerberg raising his hand, eager to work with the incoming Trump administration on shaping tech policy. But can we say the irony? Facebook and Instagram have a reputation for over-moderating content, even issuing multiple suspensions to then President Trump. Now enter Jeff Bezos, the Amazon founder and Washington Post owner. He's hoping to mend fences with President-elect. Watch.
I'm actually very optimistic this time around that we're going to see. I'm very hopeful about this. He seems to have a lot of energy around reducing regulation. And my point of view, if I can help him do that, I'm going to help him.
But not so fast. Senior advisor Jason Miller didn't hold back, saying that Trump forgives, but he doesn't forget.
We know from President Trump and the way he governed in his first term, that he likes to build a broad coalition, bring people together, even if they've been against him in the past. He never forgets. And I would just remind people of that.
Joining us now, Rumble CEO and founder Chris Pavlovski. Chris, what do you make of the about face from big tech in Silicon Valley?
Yeah, so I think, they kind of move whatever way the wind blows when it comes to actually holding values, and especially around the First Amendment. There are none. If we can all remember 4 years ago, it was the Hunter Biden laptop story where all these platforms started censoring factual information and, in my opinion, really helped sway the election in a major way. And I feel that there has to be consequences for things like that. We can't let that escape. They did real damage with the censorship they've done in the last 4 years. And that's something that Rumble has been fighting since 2020. And we've been fighting fiercely. We were the first platform out there to platform President Trump in 2021. And, it wasn't until about 2022 where Elon Musk entered the market with X and also helped on the free speech front. So it's really important that there's consequences for this mass censorship that's happened over the last 4 years around COVID, around the elections. And if there's no consequences, then companies like Meta and Google will continue to abuse their powers and continue to sway elections in ways that shouldn't be happening. So I'm very for some type of consequence in this scenario. And, it's ultimately up and it's in the Trump administration's hands and to see what they'll do. But I think it's really important that for what they've done in the past, there are consequences.
Right, Chris, it's maybe keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Because remember, Bobby Kennedy, his account was shut down on Instagram, I think until last year, until he started running for the presidency. It's just astonishing. And they will destroy these these companies, be it Meta or Google, through YouTube, they'll destroy you. They'll deplatform somebody and you will no longer have a business. And on that note, you have not only fought to give people a voice and the freedoms that are guaranteed to them under the Constitution, under our Bill of Rights and the First Amendment, but you've also gone to court. And just recently, you sued the state of California over this new anti-deep fake law, arguing that it does indeed violate the First Amendment.
Absolutely. So, it's one thing to talk the talk at Rumble. We walk the walk. We challenge we challenge states. We challenge governments around the world. We've challenged the New York State. We've also recently, as you mentioned, are challenging California. They went out of their way to submit a law. They're trying to pass a law that's going to ban political satire. They're going after satire. This is like. Right. This is like something you would see out of North Korea, not something you think you'd see out of California or anywhere in the United States or anywhere in the Western world. So seeing stuff like this is really troublesome. We sued the California AG, and so did the Babylon Bee. The Babylon Bee is also on Rumble, and they have all their contents on Rumble. And going out of their way to try to ban satire is something that we're not going to stand for. And it just goes to the mission that we're on. We're about, walking the walk, not walking the talk. We do it through action, and that's what we're doing in California.
Chris, I want to switch gears with you real quick. We just talked to a big Bitcoin bear. You're a Bitcoin bull. You're going to put $20 million worth of it on your balance sheet. Why?
So yeah, we recently announced that we're going to adopt the Bitcoin treasury strategy. Obviously, if you've taken a look at Bitcoin over the past decade, it's been volatile, but it continues to move up. I'm a firm believer in any decentralization currency, digital currency. This is a widely adopted currency, and contrasted to what your previous guest said, it is being used. It's being used multiple different ways. And one of the ways that I would like to see it being used is on Rumble, where creators can receive donations in BTC or Tether. They can receive donation or even get paid in BTC or Tether or US dollars, whatever they prefer. And that's kind of the way we're moving the company. And that's the future. We see it around the world, and we see this adoption increasing. And it's
interesting.
It's clearly, I'm clearly at very contrast to your previous guest. But yeah, you can call me a Bitcoin bull.
We love
for
that.
Sure.
We like the debate, even if it's across segments.
Love the debate. Chris Pavlovski, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.